Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Super Mario Bros. 3. The Let's Play. We're playing through world number 5, and this Let's Play, and let me tell you, we're over the hump, but this game is not getting a whole lot easier. I am definitely still continuing to struggle. We got the puppy dog here. Hello, puppy dog. But we are just hoping to finish this game before Pokemon Legends Arceus. It is becoming very challenging as the game goes on here. And not to say that it's like ungodly challenging, but like you could definitely have a lot of trouble. I had a lot of trouble. It's so easy to struggle at this point in the game that it's just whatever. And that right there, that was a dumb mistake on my behalf. I want to get that star, but I can't because it went the other way. And it's really not worth the risk. We'll see if it pops up this way. Okay, yeah, let's kill one of those guys on the chain. That's cool to see on the episode. Something cool. But you can see, I've started really throughout the week to do my homework on these episodes prior to actually making them. Because it just becomes so ungodly hard to play through any of these levels and expect a decent result without like studying the game, without studying like how each level's laid out and shit like that. Like it just becomes so challenging. Here I'm just kind of going off of whatever happens, but there you can see I attempted to save. I thought about it. But I feel pretty confident with the pinging on this level here, because this is one that I did my homework on. You'll see that very quickly. If you just use the ping here, let those guys fall off, and head up into this tube, you could just scale through the whole rest of the level. Which is very nice. It's a very nice addition. I see one of my friends playing Grand Theft Auto, but it's on Steam. But you can see you can just scale through that whole level as long as you know the ins and outs. And I find a lot of these levels are like that. I don't have all the upgrades necessary to go through and do every level like that, where I could just kind of skip the actual gameplay, but you know, it does help me occasionally. Let's pick our box. Here we go. We got that guy. I don't think we've disputed that guy on the channel yet. I don't know what he's actually called. I don't know what, like, the official title is for that Mario form. I'm gonna call it the bear. I think that'll work. That's the bear costume. Let's just go into the fire plant. Let's kill this guy. Get him out of the way so that way we can get whatever these guys are going to give us and progress forward here. I do have to say, after 4 levels, or 4 worlds of playing through this game, I'm starting to get my groove back playing Super Mario Bros. 3. It's definitely still challenging, and I definitely still don't know if I'll get it done on time to say that it's going to be done by January, but I'm on schedule right now. I'm finishing this on the 19th of January. Which is where I wanted to be, roughly. Excuse me. So with that being said, do I think it's going to finish on schedule? No. Absolutely not. Do we have a fighting chance? Yes. And to me, right now, that's all that really matters, is that we're close. You know, if we can even get up to World 7 before Pokemon Legends Arceus, that to me would be a great achievement. I thought about using the bear costume here to get rid of those guys, because if you ever used it, I'm sure we'll use it later in the episode, you'll see you can't take damage when you use a certain function with the bear costume, but it's not worth it on this episode. There's so much going on this level, specifically, that it's not worth it to even throw in the mix. It's just Excuse me, man. This cold has been brutal. But it's really not worth it to even apply it. You can see this guy. These should be easy. When I was in the first world, these were extremely easy. For now, some reason I'm like missing these stupid ass jumps, and I'm just not landing where I need to land, and I'm taking unnecessary damage around the block, which means I'm losing all my power-ups. Every time I go and fight a castle or a boss, anything like that, I'm just getting completely hosed, and I don't know why. It's become a major pain, but it's something that we're playing through, so. In here I wanted to include this. I skipped World 3, and apparently that breaks the entirety of the game. I really just wanted you to feel how I felt when I broke this game, because I broke it down to its core. It does this indefinitely. I took my dog for a walk, which, I mean, to let you know a little bit, because I don't let a lot of my personal life slide, I have a Siberian Husky, so a walk includes hour and a half to 2 hour walk each time we take one, and you can see it just completely breaks the game. Nothing happens. It just continues to do that. I think I hit that pause button when I came back from the walk, and this just goes on and on and on, and it's because that guy is trapped on top of the little card game that we could play, and they're both moving at the same speed and trying to stay equal distance away from where we are. That's why the game breaks. So just enjoy that. I broke the game. So imagine how defeated I felt in this position. I'm not going to play through all of the episodes again, like all of the worlds and levels and shit like that. I'm going to show briefly what World 3 is about. I did eventually have to go through and beat it to get through this world, because otherwise it just continues to happen. I'm not sure why. I don't know if that's a Switch exclusive thing, or if I just found a hack into the game and just happened to break it. But in this world, what you want to do is you want to get into that sock. And you'll see that here briefly. I do manage to get into the sock, but I end up hosing it up. I end up perfecting this episode later, like I said, or at this level, because that lets you hop on these guys. I perfect it later, and I do a lot better, but I just wanted to at least let you guys see the episode, or this level, because I had to go through it a number of times, so it was worth bringing in this section of it. Although, like I said, I'm really struggling to finish this game on time, so I feel like everything's really rushed. I'm not adequately displaying levels as well as I used to in the past, so this is just a brief glimpse into what this level actually pertains. And I mean, with that being said, the finish line for this is right around the corner. It's like 5 blocks the other direction. But we're going back into this world where I actually used the bear guy there to get through that castle. It's just a replay of what you just saw a couple seconds ago, or maybe 1-2 minutes ago. So you can see there, yeah, nothing big. I just ended up beating that world eventually, because if that card and that guy fell in the same place, and it had to stay equal distance away from me, it meant that it could never actually happen, which meant that the game just crashes out and doesn't know what to do. But now we get to go through my favorite part of this world, because it's so very unique. You can see I paused there because I wasn't sure if I was going to do like a halfway mark for this episode like I did last week. But this is my favorite part of this world, and one of my favorite parts of Super Mario Bros. 3 is we actually get to go through a level that doesn't amount to like a whole ton, but we need it to progress. So you'll see what I mean. This world is the Sky World. I'm not sure if I've said that before, but it's called the Sky World. And I'm sorry if the dog is making a lot of noise in the background. She's having the time of her life here. But it's called the Sky World because it's about to go up, and away. Yeah, it's just about to be a cool feature. I decided to break some of these blocks. I know that the Sky World isn't like, it's not overly hard. Neither was the Giant World. The next world that we go through is going to be extremely difficult and extremely taxing on if I will ever be able to get it done. We got an extra life there. That's nice. But, yeah, because of that, I wanted to go and see, like, what we could actually discover in this little area here. You can see there's not much there. I try to go through because, I mean, any of these blocks could have anything, but you can see these blocks over here have coins. They're really not worth the effort to get at this point. So I just end up jumping through the tube anyways. But it really is a cool addition that, like, there's nothing really overly challenging here. That was just a missed jump on my behalf. But it's just cool. You know, it's something really different, I think, that's introduced right after the mid-game. So I found it very interesting to play through. I found it very fun. It's one of those times that, like, I wish I didn't search up, like, the best way to beat each of these levels. But like I said, I really had to because I was really struggling. Like, beyond belief struggling. And had to play through a lot of this stuff numerous times. And, like I said, had to search up, you know, like, what's the best way to get through each of these, because every level has its own gimmick, right? We could get through it without doing a whole ton of stuff, so. But now we're up here. We're in the Sky World. I'm gonna save because we're up in the Sky World. I typically don't show my saves. They happen between each level in case you're curious, but, you know, I just wanted to show that in this instance because, I don't know. I guess because we're up here, we're at the halfway mark for this world. It makes sense to go and do so. But I just left it in the video for whatever reason. Here we are. We're just hopping our way through this level. And like I said, this is all, like, help to searching up people who have already beat this world and beat the best way to do it. I definitely don't have the amount of power-ups that they have at this point because I wasted a lot of that in the first half of the game. But, you know, it's helpful. It's helpful to search up how other people beat these worlds. Let's see, this whole world is a mess, I believe. Like this. Or this level. Oh, nope. This level actually has a hidden secret here. In the second tube, we could fall down here and get the bear costume. And then we could pretty much, there I go into the statue form. That's the form that can take any damage. But from this point on, I could pretty much just run to the end of the level because it's so close in sight. Like I said, it helps to find these gimmicks. I wish that these gimmicks were more widely accessible, but I had to go and spend hours on YouTube finding people playing this under best practices to go and find, like, the best route. And I'm sure, like, these might not even be the best route. There's the bear costume. Anytime I get the bear costume, I tend to save. I know it's not shown there, but there's a hard cut that's very evident. The bear costume is just, in my opinion, the ultimate form that you could take in this game, because you have all the advantages of using the raccoon tail, but on top of that, you also have an ability to stay invincible for a period of time, which is really, really applicable. And I accidentally get the firepower, of course. But it's still not the end of the world. You know, we can still get through this level with no problem. Just walk on straight through. Of course, we have to run here. No, man. Oh! Yeah, okay, let's get right through there. Let's jump into this guy. There we go. Like I said, especially these last couple episodes, there's going to be a lot of, like, cut nature to them, where they feel very cut up. This one was actually done one right after another where I just got lucky and was able to take both of them out. That's a very rare occasion, especially when you're Mini Mario. But, you know, it's one of those instances where it's just how this game works. You know, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But here we're going through this next castle. See, I got the raccoon tail. And I want to get to this end block here where that fireball is coming up. It has the star, which isn't going to be overly helpful. I mean, we definitely want to use it, but anytime a star is offered, we're going to want to use it, especially when there's booze around. But, yeah, it's not like it's the most useful thing in the world. Like I said, a lot of these, you know, don't look at me like I know the back end of this game. A lot of these are cut and spliced because I ran through this level 100 times and I got the perfect outcome that I was looking to get, which a lot of the times means that I lose my power-ups just like that, and I just made it through. I'm sure I could go back and perfect them, but it's really not worth it on my end, so. Here we go, we got our second mini-boss, and I think it goes a lot smoother for me here. I still end up losing my power-up, and I get lucky jumping on his head, but we still end up beating him. That's the important part. That's the part we gotta remember. And then these worlds, or these levels right here, 8 and 9 coming up. Let's do our little card game. Sorry, I'm so worked up, as you can tell. These ones are really bad. These ones coming up. A star. I don't know where the other star is. That's fine. Let's do a little crate. Save our data. And you can see it jump back there for a second because I spent plenty of time here. We need both the star power and our ultra powered guy here just to get through this level. This level is hard, man. I would love to see a strategic gameplay for this level, because I mean, if you're watching this in comparison to like the first world Average Joe playthrough, that was phenomenal. Like, that was above and beyond what I could ever imagine to do in any level. Ungodly is actually how I would word it. We're gonna use this to get through there. It's a side scroller, and you have to go up. So instead of being a side scroller, it's an up scroller, if that's what you want to call it. It's incredibly difficult, that other world. I just skipped right past it using one of the clouds that I got throughout the game. It's so hard. This ship, on the other hand, is almost uneasily easy. It's definitely not as hard as ones we've faced in the past. It has its gimmicks, so if you're not quick, you could definitely fall for some of the crap here. You'll see I fall for some of it myself, but you almost have to be at the edge of the screen the whole entire walkthrough of the game. Otherwise, you're in trouble. You can see I missed that jump. I was supposed to land up there, but luckily I mastered this bottom section as well, just in case. But it's not incredibly hard up until you get to this point. Right? This point right here is where you start to get in a lot of trouble. If you're not familiar with the level, you'll be struggling a lot. But then once you get past that, I mean, the guy here, his name is Roy, this little Koopa Troopa guy, and luckily I didn't take any damage there, I didn't take any damage there, I landed luckily on his head, and that's the end of World 5. So, as long as you're able to get through it, you'll be solid. I guess that's my knowledge. That's my knowledge on this Sunday morning. But with that being said, this is likely close to the end of the episode. It's approaching 20 minutes here. So I hope you all appreciated this episode. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, comment, even consider subscribing. You know, all that junk is free and it helps motivation on the channel in the future. It's been a lot of fun playing through this series. Hopefully I can beat it before Pokemon Let's Go Arceus. Even just one comment down below saying that I can do it would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to save there quick. But until then, take it easy, guys. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you in the next couple days because we want to finish this before Friday.